obviously when you get to the 88th minute, up 2-0, you guys don't expect to draw the game. What happened in that final, 5 to 7 minutes that kind of went wrong for you guys?
I mean, we did have a personal change. A couple players are tired, and then we thought, 2-0, 2 is enough. But at the same time, we maybe just a little mental, and then that one goal give it momentum. It changed the dynamic of the game. They smelled it, they taste that, Then they're pushing, and we are absorbing, We should be able to absorb, but at the same time, we just edge a little bit slower in last second. Even we come from fatigue or that.
Yeah. Is there a little mental letdown that leads to that? Or is it physical, or is it like maybe guys losing focus?
Well, the first goal that they scored, it came from nowhere. Bam, bam, It was just, that's a great goal, tremendous effort, and they went in. But we were not expecting. I need to watch the video. I couldn't tell from my angle, but maybe for players, maybe we had 2-0 up. Oh, we're gonna win. Oh, a couple minutes left. But you never know. This game is so funny. It can shift anytime. We don't have no timeout, right? That's why this sport is so beautiful, because it's the game is alive. It's living. And then they took that advantage after they finished first goal. Yeah.
Obviously, the last few minutes there is going to kind of spoil it in your minds, but through the first 87 minutes or so of the game, you guys put together a stellar defensive performance. They didn't have a shot on goal until the first one that went in. What was behind that? Was the formation shift part of what was allowed you guys to be so stout defensively, or was it just gritting up and playing?
I mean, last week we struggled, We play against 3-4-3 shape, similar to Pittsburgh. And then we had a ball, but we couldn't just get nothing done, And then we got counter-attack and a transition moment, and we lost the game 3-1. First 2 goals, especially just quick transition. And then, we knew that this turf is not easy for us to play. We're not used to it. Small field, and it's going to be hectic. It's going to be quick. It's going to be ball in the air and all that. So we just decided for like for like. They play 3-4-3, so why not 3-5-2? We have done it before last year. We got good result away, sometime home even. So that's why we decided to do it. But we have decent players can do their job. So, but then definitely it was working for sure the last 5 minutes.
You mentioned playing on the turf. Obviously, it's a different situation than you guys have at home. You played on turf last week, but it's a different situation for you guys. What is it that makes the turf tougher to play on?
It's just sometimes it rains. It just bounces weird, Ball runs funny sometime, and it's bouncy. You have a less second, You control it. Maybe ball's like a little bit bouncing. You lose 0.2 seconds, and you focus on a technique rather on the play.
Yeah.
And it adds up. 0.2, 0.3 will adds up to like 1 second, and then slow sometime. And making decision has to be quicker. The movement has to be right. So all those things. Yeah.
A couple defenders scored tonight. When are you going to get one?
Oh, hopefully, I mean, set pieces. 40% of all the goals that we scored in the set pieces last year. We knew that we'd be practicing, so that was great. But at the same time, we can concede goals. But most of the time I'm staying back in the set piece, so it's gonna be tough for me. But yeah, hopefully.
Conceding at the end of the game kind of puts a damper on it. But how does it feel to see the ball go in the back of the net?
Yeah, on that note, it feels good. Definitely came earlier than last year for sure. I think to see it go in the back of the net gives you confidence, especially going in the box this year. It feels good. For me, it feels good, especially it's only my second start of the year, and to get one after 2 games, it's nice.
Yeah, what was it like for the first couple games of the year, first, I guess, 4 games of the year, whatever it was, to kind of have to watch as a spectator instead of getting your chance to be out there impacting the result?
Definitely frustrating. I mean, we're competitors. We definitely want to be out there, especially just from what I know that I felt like I brought last year. And the thing is, I mean, your role changes all the time. So for me, the first 4 or 5 games, my role was different, supporting and pushing the guys. But I got my chance, and I felt like I took it.
Walk me through the goal. What did you see on that one? It was kind of different than your ones last year, which were kind of like the first hit on the set piece. This was you made a run on the second ball from Ken.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we felt like all game our second run, second chances were on, and once it got played in and it got bounced out. For me, it was all about trying to make that second run to the back post. Fortunate enough, Kane just put it in a good area. And, some might say it's lucky, but I think hard work, causes that.
You guys started last year with the three-man back line, went to it in the playoff game against Cincinnati too. Haven't seen it otherwise basically until tonight. How did it feel to get back to that? Were you guys comfortable with it?
Yeah, it's weird. I think we're adaptable. I think we're a group that is able to change and go into a three-back. We can have a four-back at times. I think from last week it's a much improved performance defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's disappointing with the last two, but for about 85 minutes I thought we were really good.
Mm-hmm. What was that kind of 85-minute performance like for you guys to know they created nothing basically? What was going through your mind at that time? Did you almost feel not invincible, but that there was no chance that they were going to get two back?
Yeah, I mean to be honest, it was one of those where it was really about just having a locked-in mentality. I thought we did really well with that, and it's unfortunate that as soon as they nick one, it felt like the walls were crumbling down a bit. But in those moments, that 85, 86 minutes, I mean, it really felt like there was no chance that they were going to get one.